Greetings. I am speaking as someone who just attended the Greening Greenfield Forum at GCC on the 16th of November. I went to the morning session and stayed through Jim McGovern's conversation, speech, whatever you want to call it, with people. And I wanted to first of all apologize for overstaying my welcome. As a person who's lived in this area since 2003, I often find that what I have to say doesn't always jive with what the rest of the community is doing. So what I wanted to address in the afternoon with Jim McGovern were these things. What happened to the people who were in the homeless encampment? I haven't been able to find the end of that particular story. What happened to the white man who was not a part of the encampment, who slashed tents and people or person and was charged with attempted murder? Next, I saw that this forum was definitely a follow-up on a hunger in Franklin County event that happened several years ago. I wanted to hear more about that. When things with Jim McGovern got very intellectual and very universal, yes, we have hunger in Yemen, and yes, there are huge issues with the world, I started to wonder what I was doing there. I was there trying to connect with my professional representative for Franklin County. And I do hope that Mr. McGovern is able to change the Rules Committee so he is able to actually get things out of how a bill becomes a law. But at this moment in time, I was more upset about hearing three things have been cut. Healthy incentives I knew had been cut. Food stamps are being cut drastically. And I wanted to make sure that Franklin County gets the little bit of money that it needs, and that a 2014 study on housing in Franklin County gets followed up. So I hope you all who are still involved here will consider some of those questions, get answers to them. Last and hardly least, we had many brown people who passed through Franklin County because Puerto Rico is connected to Massachusetts in ways that other states in the Union are not. We had Hurricane Maria. People came to our area for shelter and for sanctuary, had housing vouchers that ran out, and I wanted to know what happened to them next. So in less than 3 minutes, I hope that you people who tend to be white, not like me, and have a little more power than I have, as you saw with what we tend to call progressive stacking. You make it easier for people like me to talk, not more difficult. I had my hand raised several times in a very humiliating way, which I'm very used to as a person of color. But there are some things that can be done by organizations to change that. And last but hardly least, educate our daughters, whoever they are around the world. They're the ones we've been waiting for. Ashe, that's what we do for climate control.